What time is it? Well, it's time for Kaz Walker's Ciderville show right here on ACTV Channel 95. Folks, we got another great show lined up for you. Get your family together around the TV because we are going to bring you one great show this side of Nashville. We certainly hope you're enjoying watching the show. We've been doing it about 3 months and got a lot of great feedback on it. But right now, get your hands together and make welcome the host of the show, Mr. David West.
Hey, Don.
Hello, David.
Hey.
We're back on the job, aren't we?
Back on the job. It's good to be back on.
It's always good to be on the job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We got a good crew with us tonight.
How's everything out at Ciderville?
Ciderville's doing real good. It's doing about what it's supposed to do. Whatever that is.
If you want a Martin guitar, that's the place to get it.
Well, it's hard to get right now. Martin was closed all last year, and they're very scarce.
Are they?
I was thinking about trying to buy these two here, but they made me no price yet.
I'll tell you, they got a pretty one back here.
Well, I sold both of them guitars.
Well, I'm looking at two of them right there.
Hey, I remember when I sold this guitar, I had to drill a hole in it, put a strap button on, and he fainted. I almost did you, Fred.
Well, yeah, that's close.
Well, David, I'm going to let you introduce our guest, and I'm going to walk over here off the set there.
Okay, we want everybody to get why don't you just gather around your television and call all your neighbors. Tell everybody about this show. It's brand new right here on Channel 95. Tell everybody, call your enemies, tell everybody to watch it, because people who watch this show together stay together for 1 hour. We got some of our regulars back. You know, back several years ago, we did a TV show, and this is the crew that started right here. Some of them, we just had the biggest time, didn't we, Ken?
Look what we've done.
Look where we went to now.
Yeah.
Ken said business has been so bad this winter that all of his benefit shows have closed down. We've had it rough, ain't we, Ken?
It's been a bad one.
Hey, the only thing he'd do, he'd come outside of him and we'd eat a little bit and pick a little bit, so we thought we was still doing the show. We're still in the show business, wasn't we? We got a fella I know you enjoy hearing him sing because he does a good job. And he sings them good old softy, good old love songs. He'll make you want to sit there and not get up and get nothing to eat while he's singing. Let's get Bill Shannon up here. So come up here, Bill.
Oh, thank you, David. Thank you. It's good to be back. She's in some honky tonk tonight, I know. She's dancing where the music's loud and lights are low. In a crowded bar she likes to hang around, and as long as there's a honky tonk she'll never settle down. So close up the honky tonks, lock all the doors, don't let the one I love go there anymore. Close up the honky tonks, throw away the key. Maybe the one I love will come back to me. All right, kid, on. I wish I had the power to turn back the time and live again the hour when she was all mine. But it hurts to see her running with that crowd downtown, and as long as there's a honky tonk she'll never settle down. So close up the honky tonks, lock all the doors, don't let the one I love go there anymore. Close up up the honky tonks, throw away the key. Maybe the one I love will come back to me. Maybe the one I love will come back to me. Well, thanks, folks. That's a Buckhorns tune from way back in the 60s. And we got a guy with us tonight we hadn't played music with in a long time, Mr. Fred Longmires, all the way from over in Ciderville. Fred, come on up here, buddy, and tell them what you're going to do, because I know it's going to be a good one.
Depends on who you ask.
That's me.
Okay, Johnny Rodriguez had one called Riding My Thumb to Mexico. This old highway seems so lonesome when you're going where you've been, and a lonesome song will make you cry time and time again. If I had listened to a friend of mine 10 years ago today, I'd have a better job than what I've got today. But the billboards on the highways and the brake lights on the cars make me jump out on the highway with my bags and my guitar. If she comes or if she goes, it doesn't matter anymore, while I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter when or how I go. I'll ride this thumb till I see her again, and I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Well, the reason that she left is not the reason that I'm here. I'm a traveling kind of man, just need a change of atmosphere. If there's any place I haven't been at all, that's where I'll go, while I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter when or how I go. I'll ride this thumb till I see her again, and I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter when or how I go. I'll ride this thumb till I see her again, and I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Yeah, I'm riding my thumb to Mexico.
Oh, what
There
a
you
song.
have it.
As Luke Brandon say, what a song, what a song. I'm gonna bring a little lady up here right now. Come on up here, George, where they can see you. Just come, you come around in here, just any way you can get in. It's we're kindly just hunting our way through some of this stuff here. We're glad to have you with us. You worked with us for a long, long
Oh,
time.
about 8 years. I
8
think.
years, but we've done a lot of shows together,
Oh,
haven't
we
we?
sure did have a lot of fun.
We've had a lot of fun. We got a good band back here now. I want to see
Oh,
how you
no.
sound with a real good band. You used to work with me. No, I can help us some back in too, though. We're just so glad to have you. You know, you had that. You do some of the goodest, best smooth songs I ever
Thank
heard.
you. I love music and I love to sing.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Here she is, Joyce Morris.
We did yours.
So afraid of losing you. Sometimes I'd like to throw my arms around you. Then I tremble at the thought of giving in. Because I know how much it costs to love you. And I'm so afraid of losing you again. Being close to you revives the sorrow. wakes me up to tell me I can't win. I'd love to wake up in your arms tomorrow, but I'm so afraid of losing you again. If heaven were to hear my heart's confession, wanting you would be my greatest sin. I'm glad that I'm no longer my possession, 'cause I'm so afraid of losing you again. Being close to you revives the sorrow that wakes me up to tell me I can't win. I'd love to wake up in your arms tomorrow, but I'm so afraid of losing you again. Yes, I'm so afraid of losing you again.
George, think you did a great job. Did you do a good job, fellas? I tell you, we got a man coming up here right now. I've worked with him for many years. It's been I was a young lad when I worked with him. But Mr. Highstrub or Roy Frills come up here and talk to us a little bit. How you doing, Roy?
I'm doing real good, Don. How about you?
Pretty good. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Seemed like 10 years.
We started out together in the big shop at
Yeah,
Y12
921-1.
many years ago,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I did too. But tell us who you got over here helping you, Roy.
Misty Christ,
She's gonna be your partner on this
one of my neighbors. We're from Sunbright, Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, step up there and do us a good song, and I know she'll help out.
Getting G, fella, let's do Will the Circle Be Unbroken. Thank you, David and Don. I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw the hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by?
job. I really enjoyed that there. So the good old time gospel. We're going to move over to the keyboard right now. We've got the fellow back there with the plan. So to help us out some of your lady men, we really appreciate you. Then you go way back.
Yep.
We go back. I'm supposed to be over here at this microphone.
Go
I
back to
believe you.
1971.
Hey,
as a matter of fact.
1 week I'm Ward, next week I'm just using this microphone. We're glad to have you, Danny.
Thanks.
We go back, you went way back when Jim Clayton had a show on television. That's
Yep,
great.
back in
How old was you when you was
1975.
working with Jim Clayton?
I was 15 when I started with him.
15? And he went with Charlie Pride at
17, 2 years
17.
later.
there, 40?
44 years it would have been as of last January 27th, about a
40.
month and a half after he passed.
You got a lot of miles on you, ain't you?
Yeah, you could say that.
I'll tell you what, we love to have you. We're so glad to have you and see you on this keyboard. And I know Charlie, he loved you because you was with him all that time and you helped him do so many different things. We're glad to have him with us tonight, Danny Hutchins, and we're going to get him to sing us a good song. Pick us out something.
Okay, here's one that was a multi-million seller and a Song of the Year on the Country Music Awards back in 1974. It was recorded, made famous by the Silver Fox, Charlie Rich. A little tune called Behind Closed Doors. My baby makes me proud. Lord, don't she make me proud. She never makes a scene by hanging all over me in a crowd. Those people like to talk. Lord, don't they love to talk. When they turn out the lights, I know she'll be leaving with me. And when we get behind closed doors and she lets her hair hang down and she makes me glad that I'm a man. Oh, no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. My baby makes me smile. Lord, don't she make me smile. She's never far away or too tired to say, I want you. She's always a lady, just like a lady should be. But when they turn out the lights, she's still a baby to me. And when we get behind closed doors and she lets her hair hang down and she makes me glad that I'm a man. Oh, no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. Behind closed doors.
Oh, Danny, mighty fine on that song. Hadn't heard that song in a long time. Charlie Rich tune. We're gonna go back and get a Mo Bandy tune for you. Everybody loves this song. And if I can remember where we started with. Here we go. Bandy.
4.
Well, who was once the bull-hooking son of a gun? Now who keeps a pint hid out behind chute number 1? Well, who was riding high till a pretty girl rode him to the ground. All the kids know where to find him in Bandy the rodeo clown. In the riding and the roping, I was closing in on number one. And in dreams at night I ride on that silver saddle I never won. Since you left me, the whiskey takes me to the rodeo ground, where the cowboys think I'm handy, but I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. Well, I could ride 'em all, the bulls and the broncs knew I was boss. But the ride that woman took me on broke a whole lot more than this old cowboy's bones. While the tears on my makeup melt my painted smile into a frown. The crowd thinks I'm a dandy, but I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. Ride 'em one time, boys. Well, I could ride 'em all, the bulls and the broncs knew I was boss. But the ride that woman took me on broke a whole lot more than this old cowboy's bones. While the tears on my makeup melt my painted smile into a frown. The crowd thinks I'm a dandy, but I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. The cowboys think I'm handy, but I'm Bandy the rodeo clown. Bandy the rodeo clown. Fred, step up to the microphone,
I
buddy.
can't follow that.
Oh, yes, you can. We're paying you big bucks to be here.
Yeah. Let's play cowboy a little bit,
Okay.
Ken. In a key of C. On the desert trail. On the Chisholm Trail it was midnight. Carmela was strong on his mind because of the life he had chosen. Carmelo had left him behind. Too long he'd been El Bandito. Carmelo had left him alone. And today someone brought a message. She'd been seen in old San Antonio. Cross the Brazos and Waco. Ride hard, that'll make it by dawn. Cross the Brazos and Waco. I'm safe when I reach San Antonio. He glanced back over his shoulder. The posse was nowhere in sight. He'd sent for Carmela to meet him on the banks of the Brazos tonight. She was waiting and he kept the promise he'd made such a long time ago. As he dropped the guns that she hated on the she heard him whisper again. Cross the Brazos and Waco, ride hard, it'll make it by dawn. Cross the Brazos and Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antonio.
Was a good night. Was that a duet or a quartet?
Quintet.
Quartet. Come on up here, Joyce. You want to? We've got Joyce Morris back on the job tonight. We're gonna have to work you just a little bit more. How's it feel to work with a good band, Richard? You haven't been
Well,
singing
yeah,
too
they're
much
good.
lately, have you?
Oh, it's been about a year.
Has it?
Yeah, but I sing around the house.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you speak us out another pretty song? Joyce
Have you ever
Morris.
been lonely? Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Have you ever loved someone just as I love you? Can't you see that I'm sorry for each mistake I've made? Can't you see that I've changed, dear? Can't you see that I've paid? Be a little forgiven. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, then you know why I ask you. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Be a little forgiven. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, then you know why I ask you. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue?
Good job, Royce. Good job. Really good. We're gonna get my old buddy back up here again, and we're gonna hear a little good gospel music. Come on up here, Roy. I tell you what, Roy can do some gospel music. I tell you what,
I hear you.
Roy, you played all over the place, hadn't you?
Yeah, just about it, just about it.
Have you been playing any up at the courthouse up there in the Wartburg? or
Not lately, not lately.
Right or anywhere?
Not lately. Bradbury Community Center and a few churches,
Have you? Yeah.
yeah, and a few restaurants, yeah.
It's good to get back into it, isn't it?
It is, it certainly is.
Well, y'all do us another good one.
Yeah.
Get a good job on all
Well,
that.
let's get an A, and if I could hear my mother pray again. How sweet and happy seem those days of which I dream, when memory recalls them now and then, and with what rapture sweet my weary heart would beat if I could hear my mother pray again. If I could hear my mother pray again, if I could hear her tender voice Dave and Don and band.
Boy, that was a good job. Let me get over here at the microphone this time. We're gonna go back over the. I think we need some more ivory tickling over here. Tickle the ivory a little bit. We got Danny. Danny, you're sounding good tonight. Why don't you pick us out one of your big heavy songs here? Tell us a little bit about it. What song are you going to sing and who had it? I like to read your history of songs.
Okay, I'll do the one you like. You Never Call Me By My Name.
Okay, tell them who wrote it.
A guy named Steve Goodman.
He wrote a lot of songs, didn't
Yeah,
he?
that, and he also wrote City of New Orleans.
City of New
Yeah.
Orleans, that's
Arlo
right. Ellie
Guthrie had
White
the pop
recorded
hit.
that on Decca.
Huh?
Ellie White recorded on Decca. I was with him when he did that.
Yeah, and Arlo Guthrie had a big pop
yeah,
hit on it.
yeah,
And,
Willie.
and Willie had a #1 country hit.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah. You Never Call Me By My Name. David Allan Coe had a top 10 hit on this back in early 1975. And then 20 years later, a guy named Doug Supernaw recorded it, and we lost him last year, Doug Supernaw. He had been battling cancer for quite a while. But anyway, it goes like this. See. Well, it was all that I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. You don't have to call me Waylon Jennings, and you don't have to call me Charlie Pride, and you don't have to call me Merle Haggard anymore, even though you're on my fighting side. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. But you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, a guy by the name of Steve Goodman wrote that song and sent it to David Allan Coe, and he said it was a perfect country and western song. David wrote him back a letter saying that it was not the perfect country and western song. He didn't say anything about mama, or rain, or trains, or drugs, or prison, or getting drunk. So he sat down and he wrote another verse to the song and sent it to David. And after he listened to it, David realized that his good friend Steve had written a perfect country and western song. So David recorded it. It was a top 10 hit for him back in early 1975. 20 years later, a guy named Doug Supernaw recorded it. It went somewhere in the 50s, I believe, in the chart. But for about 2 weeks, it was the most requested song throughout the nation on every single country radio station. And he used Waylon Jennings, Charlie Pride, and Merle Haggard on this verse where their names are mentioned. And David Allan Coe is also featured on that song. Coming up here, David said, well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison. Then Doug said, and I went to pick her up in the rain. And David said, before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a damned old train. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. Oh, never even call me. Well, I wonder why you don't call me. You never even call me by my name. By my name. Oh, yeah.
Call me by my name. You don't have to call me as long as you call me for dinner, right? We got a guy standing back here in the back, hadn't been up here on the microphone yet, and we'll get him up here. I don't know if he's ever been introduced or not. Mr. David Howard, a mighty fine bass player and an excellent sound technician. So, David Howard, come on up here, buddy, and
In the twilight glow, I see her, blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, and only memories remain. And through the ages I'll remember blue eyes crying in the rain. And now my hair has turned to silver, and all my life I've loved in vain. I can see her star in heaven, blue eyes crying in the rain. Someday when we meet again up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again, and in a land that knows no parting, blue eyes crying in the rain. Blue eyes crying in the rain.
Good song, did a great job on that one. We're gonna get the main man to come up here, Mr. David West. I tell you, he's got the banjo in his hand.
I don't know where this main come in, but give me a stool. 'Cause
You need to sit down on it, huh?
I don't have a strop, so.
I see we got Big Mike coming on. Big Mike's coming. Hello, Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Get up there. Tell them something interesting while I'm getting ready.
David, how long you been playing the banjo?
About 15 minutes. I ain't started yet.
Here's something that people don't know. Here's one thing that people don't know, a lot of people, that when David started in music, he was playing the harmonica. I know that.
Did you know that?
When did you, how long did you play the
When I
harmonica?
found out I couldn't breathe. I played a little while on harmonica, and then I got a guitar and played a little bit on it, and I run in a little band, and I just sold my guitar.
And you just said, hey, it's a banjo sticking with it, huh?
You got, oh, you gonna stand up? Ken's gonna stand
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna stand
up.
He's got a strop.
I know
Yeah,
y'all
I'll
are gonna
go.
do some instrumentals. I'll let you do it there.
Okay, come on up here,
We
Ken.
got it right here.
Hey, Ken, what is instrumental? Is that song that don't have words?
That's, yeah.
Why, Marshall Andy can sing songs that don't have words.
He makes them up.
Oh, that is okay. What we do a love song?
All right,
You wanna do Please Release Me?
all right. All right.
That's an awful lot of tune for one song. Oh, goodness. You know, my daddy has a song he liked in the sweet by and by. We'll start on the chorus. Play it, Maybell.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, where's Bill Shannon? He's back up. He took off, ain't he? I'll tell you, let's turn over and get Danny to pick us another on the piano. We got him back here. We're just working hard tonight. What do you say, Danny? We have to dig you with us, okay? Pick us another good one.
All right.
Oh, wait, here's Bill.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let's do Before the Next Teardrop Falls, A. It's a little tune that was recorded by quite a few people. Charlie Pride put it on one of his albums way back, and quite a few other people like Jerry Lee Lewis recorded it. And back in 1974, Freddie Fender had a #1 multi-million selling hit on it, Before the Next Teardrop Falls. Here we go. If he brings you happiness, then I wish you both the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Si te quería de verdad, si le da felicidad, pero sé yo lo más bueno para los dos. Pero si se abandona a mi man where there's of love, yes, pare contigo cuando triste está. I'll be there anytime you need me by your side to dry away every teardrop that you cry. And if he ever leaves you blue, just remember I love you, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Yes, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.
Oh, what do you
I tell
think?
you, what a show, what a show,
Is that a
David.
good show?
I tell
We've
you
had a
what,
good show. We've had some good ones on
I
tonight.
tell you what, professional people right there, I tell you what.
You know, go back to what we used to have, some of the folks that we used to have with Roy Friels.
I'll tell you, yeah.
You know what, and we'll send the whole show out tonight in honor of the family. The girl that you sang with him died just a few weeks ago with COVID. And, you know, we've lost so many good people with that bad disease, and I had it, you know, I had it real bad. Took pneumonias in the hospital, good Lord. And all the prayers of good people and the good doctors and everything has helped me pull through it.
I want to go give a show out to my brother, my middle brother, that's really not doing very well. If everybody could pray for him, Greg.
Okay.
He's not doing
Hey,
good.
tell them it's something that Conrad Pierce said to you just before he died.
Well, Conrad and I became real close. He wrote back on my mind again and wrote some stuff for Johnny Rodriguez, and I didn't really know him till I met him at the show, and come to find out, he grew up on Michigan Avenue in Oak Ridge like I did, and of course he graduated in '59. I graduated in '74. So as soon as he graduated, he left and went to Florida. But when we became friends, he had done a lot of the same things, same neighborhood and everything. And there's two things. One thing is he told his wife, he said, I want Don to have my high school graduation ring from 1959, because I think I may have told him I lost mine. What's ironic about it, it was identical to the one I had, which is unusual with the stone. But he told me a saying, he said, I've never forgot it. I said, Conrad, I knew time was getting near and we had to sit down and talk. He said, I want you, Don, to live life and enjoy it till there's no life left to live.
Well, it was heavy, wasn't it? I told that to Pastor Stevens yesterday, and he said that was a really good, it was a really good saying. And he wrote some big songs. I've heard Fred do some of his songs.
He actually wrote a Johnny Cash song that was on one of his big albums. I can't think of it now, but he wrote for Johnny Rodriguez. He cut hair. He was called the Nashville Barber because he cut a lot of the, that's how he got into it, by cutting hair down on Music Road. He cut Johnny Rodriguez's hair, and he was actually on what they did, the Return to Lucy show, and he was the barber on that, and then that was done from the Grand Ole Opry. He just did.
That big song he wrote for, was it Millsap?
Yeah, he did.
Back on My Mind Again?
Back on My Mind Again for Ron, and it actually went triple platinum. It's still gaining today. It's what you call, I guess you call that a standard, don't you? Because you hear it so much, you know.
Yeah.
And he was just Conrad was the type of guy that you liked him the first time you met him. He was down to earth.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was who he was. And, you know, when you come right down to it, we're all passing through here. Just be who you are and enjoy life.
We're all number one. And everybody
You
remember
always
that.
say that we're all
I'll tell you
number
what,
one.
we're going to go over to number one right now and let him take us off the air here. I want to get Ken Bonham to play us one, and Danny Guppy. We got a good time. Tell your friends about the show. Everybody, get everybody you can to watch it. We want to thank Channel 95 and all you viewers. We'll see you again. May God bless you.
I want to thank Andy and Ryan and all the people behind the staff that work hard to make this show work too. Good show.